A festive morning to you once again. Thank you so much for joining us on this festive Friday morning at NTV Tuchigala. But we are doing it in a very, very proactive way. There is a new campaign for the festive season kicking off today, and it's called TOKISUSA Responsible Drinking Campaign, courtesy of NTV and the Uganda Breweries Limited. And this is focusing on safe-drinking campaign. Now, you know, under the Uganda Police, they're going to be manning and patrolling all the roads, ensuring that whoever is going to breathe through the breathalyzer ends up in, and you know, the thing just goes red. You end up either paying a fine or you end up in the cell for a few days, just so until you're sober, and then you move on. So why are we saying this? Because we know that festive season is a time for people to drink and party and drink and party without a care for tomorrow, without a care for their health, without a care of their loved ones and the impact of that drinking on their loved ones. And therefore, TOKISUSA is something that is definitely going to be benefiting all of us as Ugandans. And we are joined by the Corporate Relations Manager, Positive Drinking from the Uganda Breweries Limited. That is Brenda Kobutunji. Good morning to you, Brenda.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Very good. We are equally joined by Elizabeth Namaganda, Head Marketing with Nation Media Group Uganda. Good morning to you, Elizabeth.
Good morning, Priscilla.
It's a pleasure to have you ladies. Now, let's talk about TOKISUSA. Don't sus it for for us the millennials. Don't sus it. Brenda, what is TOKISUSA campaign about?
So the campaign is mainly about moderation, drinking responsibly, drink better, not more. And the main focus, obviously, for the campaign has been illicit. It's going to be illicit. We have a lot around drink driving, underage drinking, and binge drinking, and especially in this festive season when people overindulge, as all of us do. So the campaign is here to create awareness about the responsible way you can drink. In what ways can you do? What can you do to drink better? How can you drink responsibly? And advise you on what to do and what not to do. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You know, that's very interesting, because I know some fellas, they get particular cars for the festive season, so that in the trunk they can put those cans of alcohol that have the, you know, the hose pipe on them to just drink themselves crazy as a way of quote-unquote celebration. And so, Elizabeth, it begs the question from the perspective of NTV, why the TOKISUSA campaign?
First of all, I want to thank UBL for having come on board for this campaign. For us, we are messengers. We deliver both the good and the bad news. But it's so unfortunate that all the time that you have breaking news also, you're talking about accidents and, you know, and a number of them, especially during the festive season, is that people are over drinking. They're not drinking in moderation, and as such they also go again to drive. So a lot of accidents have been caused on the road, and it's affected third parties. It has affected many people. So we are on this campaign together with our colleagues from UBL, just to educate people and tell them drink in moderation, but also if you're so drunk, don't drive. You'd rather stay wherever you are, so that you do not cause harm to yourself but also cause harm to other people. So our main objective as NTV on this campaign will be to drive the awareness, but also to carry the message together. The beauty is UBL, they are the ones who are bringing the alcohol, but it's also very good that they're also here to tell that, yes, as much as we bring the alcohol to you, is that please have it in moderation. And they can't do that unless they are working with a media company or with somebody who's able to deliver that message.
All right. Brenda, you mentioned something. You said drink better, encourage people to drink better. I was attending a quiz night somewhere, and they brought in beer brands, and they were quizzing us on the percentages of the beer brands, and I was shocked at the percentages. You say, oh, so if I take this one because it has like a 4-5%, I could be safer. So when you say better drinking, what are you referring to?
So we all have a tendency, for those that enjoy our brands, we do not understand the alcohol quantity of the things that we drink, right? For most of us, it is how it makes you feel or how it tastes or whatever. So drinking better means, first of all, learn your alcohol limit, know how much
as a person personally,
and also it also means drink drinking better means drink water, space your drinks, don't drink and drive, definitely do not drink and drive, and then look out for, always eat. We need food. Food acts as a, for lack of a better word, a baseline for the alcohol. Yeah, so drinking better means we need, okay, the basis of drinking better, not more, is we need you to be with us from the time we recruit you, right? From the time you start drinking to all the celebrations. You get married, you graduate, you give birth, all the celebrations.
Let me
so
shut
stay
you.
longer
You're
for
focusing on occasional celebrations.
Yeah.
We have games. We have Manu, Arsenal, and you know. So we know that midweek and every weekend there's got to be a celebration.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it is. We have a lot of binge drinking as a society. Mugaga agenda, that term. So we are trying to get away from that mindset. It is enjoy it. Do not drink Mugaga agenda. Also, do not consume just because it is available. Yeah.
All right, Elizabeth. This campaign, in terms of NTV, how do you see the campaign running? How do we intend to actually, you know, sensitize the masses about the TOKISUSA?
First of all, the campaign will run for 2 months. December and Jan, because those are the months. Right now we know people are into the festive mood. There's, like she said, there's a lot of drinking. The summers are here.
Oh, yeah.
So that means there's a lot of free alcohol out there. So for the next 2 months, like say Mgaga agenda, the summer is going. So like for the next 2 months, shall be running this campaign to see that we try to educate the people there. Like I said, if our colleagues at UBL are bringing the beer, it's important that we work together with them. Like she said, we need to be communicating this information that here before you drink, like she said, for a lack of a better word, the baseline, as in you have to put the inkokoto first, right? And then you're able to do the drinking, so that you're able to do it well, but also you stay in your sober mind, if that's the word to use. Okay. So for us as NTV, our role will basically be to inform people, to educate them, because UBL will not come say here like you hear Priscilla and they are talking about it. So we shall be running the mainstream ads on TV. We shall be having more guest appearances of this type, but also we shall be interacting with our viewers together wherever they are. UBL will be there at the parties and all that. So this information will be going out on a daily basis, but also among the happening places, so that we are able to contain the dangers that would come with over drinking, but also driving. She's spoken of illicit alcohol. That may not be necessarily her docket, but I think it's also very important that she speaks about it, that drink the right alcohol that is regulated. They know the contents that come with it. The illicit one, you don't know the content. But also you spoke about things to do with alcohol percentage and all that. That with an illicit alcohol you wouldn't tell. Yeah, so for us we are telling them, please, drink what is regulated, drink what is recognized in this market, and also UBL products, but also drink them in moderation, so that you're able to stay alive during the festive season.
All right, we do have people that have already, you know, jumped onto this TOKISUSA campaign. One of them is a socialite. You know him, Vincent Musisi, or you call him Viz Musisi. He's a traveler, and when he travels, he's always having his friends along, and of course the drinks follow them wherever it is that they go, different parts of the country. But he has some words of wisdom to share with you. Take a look.
TOKISUSA, drink responsibly. Brought to you by Uganda Breweries and NTV Uganda.
If I'm going to go on a party with my friends, we always, every group should have a friend who does not drink, because I do. We have a guy, I won't say his name, but he loves to drive us. He likes to come and eat nice food. I make sure of that, and then he drives us when we're drunk, to avoid accidents, to avoid, he's there to avoid losing your gadgets, by the way. So he's there keeping an eye out for all of us. And or a Uber guy or a border guy, there's always that person you call when you know you're under the influence, to avoid any mishaps.
TOKISUSA, drink responsibly, was brought to you by Uganda Breweries and NTV Uganda.
All right, so Vince there shares, he knows himself that he's, when it comes to intake, he does it faithfully. However, he has guarded himself with the people around him and put around him responsible people to ensure that he does not end up on the wrong side of things. And so it begs the question, Brenda, when it comes to minimizing the effects of alcohol during consumption, how do we do that?
So I talked about this earlier, but one of the things is you need to eat. Plan. There's something that we don't do as Ugandans. It feels like, the word is kagwira, right? Like you did not plan to drink, but you're drinking. But ideally, we should all be planning. So you're going to go out, eat food, make sure you have water to space your drinks, and a designated driver, like Vince said. Always have your DD. It can be the one who doesn't drink for the group, or you alternate between the both of you, but you need to have a DD with you. So it is planned for your night out. If you know that you don't have a DD, get an Uber, get a responsible person that can take you home, or just enter your can break the chair and sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Elizabeth, what role does alcohol education as well as awareness do in promoting positive drinking?
First of all, I think it saves life. That's very important. But also, it makes us responsible. Like Brenda has said, is that people do not get responsible for themselves, especially when they are drinking. There are so many things that happen thereafter. So one of the first things that the campaign is doing, like she has already said, is the part of responsibility is you start with guarding yourself. Okay, which is very important. The other thing we also is about alcohol and who is supposed to consume it. We have seen many underage people taking alcohol. The minute they clock 17, they are there, and a lot of it is in schools. It's among different peers. Right now, the children are on holiday. If dad and mom have a rack somewhere of alcohol and they are not at home, probably the children are taking it and all that. So what this campaign does is that we need to ask everybody to be vigilant, look out. If anybody is selling or sees an underage taking alcohol, I think it's the responsibility of both you and myself to be able to stop these kids or even report to the necessary people where it's possible. So basically, we need to be able to guard against underage taking, the illicit alcohol that she just spoke about, drinking it in moderation, but also not to drive when you're overdrunk.
All right.
Yes.
Well, we do have another campaign ambassador. She's called Angela. She's also one who loves her party and her drinks, but she has some really good piece of advice for people who love to drink, and Kokoto being one of them. Take a look.
TOKISUSA. Drink responsibly. Brought to you by Uganda Breweries and NTV Uganda.
It's also essential that before you start drinking, you are fed. Make sure that you have eaten something so that you do not drink on an empty stomach. The more you drink on an empty stomach, the quicker your body absorbs that alcohol and the quicker you get drunk, if that is the correct way of putting it. So when you eat, load up on those carbs. They give you energy as you're drinking. Dance, enjoy the party, but make sure that you're also hydrating and make sure that you have eaten some good amount of food.
TOKISUSA. Drink responsibly was brought to you by Uganda Breweries and NTV Uganda.
All right, thank you so much, Angela, for your piece of advice, and I trust that it will be duly consumed by those that are choosing to do positive drinking. Brenda, in regards to continuous positive drinking promotion, how is the Uganda Breweries Limited, doing that with its customers this festive season?
So we've had quite a number of campaigns going. We've done this for over 10 years now, so it's not like the first time that we're doing it. So we have around 2 campaigns, Wrong Side of the Road, which is mainly focused on drink driving, and then we also have Drink IQ, which basically educates you about moderation and what you're supposed to do. So we have those running, and then we also have this amazing campaign that we have with NTV. So it's a collection of all this information, and we hope that people actually interact with it and get to know, because on top of everything, it's awareness and educating yourself about alcohol and the dangers that it causes to you and how you can mitigate all the issues that you get.
Okay, and your festive message to the customers?
The festive message from us at UBL is please drink better, drink better, not more. Be very responsible. Look out for any drinkiq.com. You can just Google it, get all that information that you need to educate yourself and your friends. And TOKISUSA this public holiday, this festive season.
That's a good time.
Merry Christmas.
All right, Elizabeth, as we close this conversation on the side of the NTV, what other ways are we actually promoting positive drinking?
Like I said, we are messengers.
Yeah.
We shall always remind you, TOKISUSA, drink responsibly. For as long as our colleagues at UBL are telling us, you tell them this, we are messengers. We do. We may not know exactly what it is, but yes, we shall keep putting the information out there, but also interacting more with our viewers during this festive season.
And through your marketing gear, with all the audience that you have shared with them and what they've shared with you as NTV, what are your Christmas messages to them?
I wish you a Merry Christmas, and I wish you the best of the festive season. I hope I'll be here next week again to wish them a Happy New Year.
Yeah.
It's too early. That's true.
Well, Brenda, thank you so much for being with us, and we're looking
Priscilla.
forward to a positive impact on the TOKISUSA campaign. And Elizabeth, thank you so much for choosing to be the messenger officially for this TOKISUSA. At the end of the day, what we're trying to promote is your well-being throughout this festive season, thinking about tomorrow and also thinking about your good and positive existence into 2024. And therefore, drink positively, TOKISUSA, for better, not for more. And that is the campaign being launched today, so you'll be seeing a lot of that in your face throughout these 2 months of the campaign running. And with that, here at Morning at NTV, well, can we say Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas 2023 on behalf of Chrissy Geni and myself, Priscilla, Regina, Naloga. Merry Christmas, but also to everyone behind the booth, from Arafat to George to Dan to Waswa and the entire team behind Morning at NTV for the full year, 365 days that we have been together. You guys, we love you so much, but more so to you, our audience, you are the very best.